are talking Alpacalypse, and this is directed by How We Doing, and this is a 2024 schlocky B movie. The director previously brought us Larmageddon. So Alpacalypse, this is about killer alpacas, as you probably could tell, and is a silly, goofy, schlocky B movie. What's the story? Does it even matter? Well, it focuses on a government experiment where they are trying to genetically manipulate alpacas to, cure cancer or something, but inevitably it turns these alpacas into sentient, dangerous creatures that can shoot lasers out of their eyes, have telekinesis and fly in certain instances, and these cause chaos as they go and attack this kind of small local town. We have this family that are trying to, escape the wrath of these alpacas, along with various other townsfolk who come in contact with them. What will happen? You'll have to watch this movie and find out. So again, it must be said, this is not a movie to be taken seriously. Does it have any entertainment value? It kind of does. I mean, the idea here is quite kind of a silly, fun one. And rather than using like puppet alpacas and making them look mean or anything like that, they've just got random alpacas kind of like milling around and kind of made their eyes glow and shoot lasers out. So they don't really do anything like untoward necessarily. It's just that they've added VFX in to give these alpacas seemingly superpowers that they obviously kill the humans in kind of like low budget bloody fashion. But I think that actually was a better way to go, I have to say, than the kind of the alternative of having like goofier sort of puppets and things like that. It just makes the whole thing seem so absurd that you kind of have a little bit of kind of fun with it. That being said, there are a couple of instances where they do have a couple of kind of VFX and practical shots and things like this. We see a couple of instances where alpaca hoofs manage to pick up like scissors or something and kill people. There's one instance where they could have cut open a guy's skin and skin him. But you just see the kind of the alpaca like legs or something, that's all you'll see from it. But the VFX on the prosthetics, on the kind of the bodies and stuff, it's not particularly serious, but it's quite fun, I have to say. There are a lot of kind of goofy, over-the-top characters here, including a kind of a down-and-out guy who's kind of playing like a Santa Claus sort of character and things. So there's some kind of fun, goofy sort of characters here. I will say that the joke is funny for a while. Now, I would suggest this is a movie that is an instance where it would have been better as a segment in an anthology. I don't know if the joke really lasts that long and is consistently amusing over the course of a feature. Not that it's a particularly long film, but I think had this been a 15-20 minute section of an anthology, then it would probably be very kind of well received. As it stands, it being kind of like, an hour and 10 minutes or whatever it is, I feel the joke runs out of steam pretty quickly. And it's kind of like the same joke more or less kind of through the whole movie. And it ends up being a little bit stale at the end of it, I have to say. Is it a critically good movie? Of course not. And I have to say that the sequences that do not involve the alpacas are, ultimately not particularly interesting, because everyone here is obviously acting in a very sort of juvenile and kind of schlocky way, where we just have kind of people sort of talking in rooms and stuff. It isn't particularly interesting. When the alpacas are about, those sequences, I think are quite fun. But as I said, the joke does wear thin after a while. But the movie doesn't have as much alpaca kind of destruction as you might think. It is punctuated, especially the first act, with more kind of character scenes and things. And this isn't a movie which I think people are going to be watching to have in-depth sort of characters and stuff. But you just want to see alpaca destruction, and there are scenes in it, but maybe it could have had more to be a little bit more over the top, to be honest. As it stands at the moment, it's a kind of a fun idea, and it's certainly one of these movies that you can kind of have in the background and kind of just kind of barely sort of watch it. But is it a film that you'd want to watch, to sit down and kind of watch on yourself? It's going to be a tough watch, I would say. I do think this should be edited down and maybe put in a anthology. As it stands, as it is at the moment, is it a good film? No. I actually think it's fun moments, but it outstays its welcome. It's a 3 out of 10 for me. Have you seen it? What did you think of it? Leave me a comment and I'll look forward to seeing it next time.